called me up like, yo.
Everybody
on,
like I'm on it today. We gotta walk separate directions in the hallway.
That's it.
That's what happens when you have a female friend.
Bruh, I was like, okay, I'm kind of cute. All right. This is what's been holding me back. This one, like people being respectful. All right, dog, can I talk to your homegirl?
What?
What?
I was like, yo, I don't care.
Yeah.
When you're a massive person.
Literally. I'm just here big for no reason.
Yeah. No reason.
Ask my permission.
No reason.
Did you want to talk to her? Here you go. Go. You got.
I like going places
girl.
with him when he's dressed like that too, because he looks like my
so
security.
intimidating.
It's awesome.
I think we went out to eat.
I'm a big dude, and he looks like my security.
We went out to eat just randomly on just a regular old afternoon. So we're walking out. I think I had maybe like a mock trial competition or something random. So I'm dressed up. He's dressed in full on Negro.
Yeah.
So it's a group of black ladies coming in. They looked at me, they looked at him, and they was like, "Ooh, baby, we gonna pray for you."
They did.
Like they were like,
because they were looking at me like I was a drug dealer.
Big old, you with this trifling boy, this girl all dressed up.
Drugs and
it was like the most judgmental look ever in life, and we were like, "Oops."
He looked like he sold drugs today.
I said, ma'am, I'm in the same class as her.
Literally.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, judgment was everywhere.
That's
like,
cool.
I've never, like, that's probably.
So you got racially profiled by black people?
By old black ladies.
That happens all the time.
It was old black, a whole little church group looked at me like.
We was walking in that club that one time. We went to that club and the bouncers were stopping everybody.
Oh, yeah, they just let us in.
We didn't realize it. We just walked by it.
Yeah.
And then when we knew somebody that worked at the club, and the bouncer, he talked to us first, like, why'd you let them in? Because we were meeting somebody there just to get in and out to get something. We were not dressed properly.
No, not at all.
But are you going to tell him to go?
I had on sweats and a hoodie.
When both of us are together, it's awesome. I love seeing it. I'll be like, yo.
But by all means, and please, so just the public knows, not to test us. I can't fight.
Not to test us.
I'm not fighting nobody.
He can't fight.
You know I mean, Avery said he throwing some balls.
Look, Avery's saying that because he actually wants to. I'm telling whether I can fight or not, I can't fight. That's it. I can't fight. Don't try to fight me. I can't fight.
Oh, no, don't try to fight me, please.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't.
You see how it was different, though? Your I can't fight is I can't fight, but come test me.
Yeah.
My I can't fight is not, man.
Don't even do
fight.
it.
Just leave me alone.
I don't know.
Just leave me alone.
I call the police. I'm a snitch. I'm from Sugarland. I will.
No, my whole thing is I want to live. So I'm like, I fight dirty. Like, y'all think I'm going to fight like he a big dude. I was like, no, I'm going to grab a chair.
I feel that.
I'm definitely grabbing a chair.
I'm calling somebody.
Like, they're like,
I'm calling somebody.
I'm calling
big
somebody.
7-foot self hit that 4-foot man with a chair.
I'm going to throw some bows.
Now, I can tell that you're going to throw some. I read your book.
I'm going to throw some bows.
You're an emotional being.
I'm a true Scorpio. And I've been taking kickboxing for the last year.
A true Scorpio.
You're a true Scorpio.
That sting.
Boy.
Yeah, that sting will get them.
Boy.
That sting will get them. I got little people syndrome.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You got a Napoleon
if
complex.
10 feet tall, like say something to me, I'm going to be all up in your face with the hand. I've reined myself in tremendously from oh God.
No, I'm not gonna
and
tell
from law
story.
school. We ain't telling that story. But no, from law
not.
school. I still had a little bit.
That's the story I want to know.
I had a little bit about it in me in law school. Yeah, I was still a little about it in law school. I think it was like getting an internship with like the feds that straightened me up. And I was like, you know what? I'm on the straight and narrow now. Like, I can't be jumping.
Internship with the feds?
Yes.
Because the feds dig into
your stuff.
They sure do. I've applied with the feds.
Hair follicle test. Yeah. They checking your neighbors' houses. They sending somebody to, like, interview my teachers. Like, I was literally scared straight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm about it as much as I thought I was. I'm going to chill out right now while the government all up in my business. They
follow you and everything.
I'm going to chill, yeah.
During law school, are you writing?
During law school, I probably wrote like poems or just like doodled stuff on my notebooks or whatever. But law school literally tried to suck the creativity out of me. So it wasn't until after law school, like when I was studying for the bar, that I was like, you know, let me start writing. And I started writing like short stories, or I started working on a novel that I literally started like probably that but the months leading up to the bar results coming out. And it was just like, okay, this is going to be something to keep my nerves okay from not worrying about the bar results. So I started a blog during that time, and it was just like, okay, this is going to be my piece for now.
What year was this?
This was 2008.
Okay, yeah, blog.
Yeah, a whole blog.
It seemed like you would have a blog.
Yes. And it was
good. Shouts out to the bar exam for instilling creativity in people that are deathly scared of their future. Like, that's why you'll be seeing people like, it's like on the Food Network. They're like, I was a lawyer, but I also bake cakes.
Yeah. You have to have an outlet.
On the Food Network,
you have.
There's a podcast called In My Humble Opinion.
I was just about to say, the bar exam, because you'll be studying for it and you're like, this ain't going to happen. I need to come up with something else to do. And then when you're waiting for results, you're literally like, I need to figure out a whole nother career.
Let me see about raising puppies.
Just in case this don't pan out.
Wow.
That's when you figure out what your truth is. Because you're like, you know what? Man, forget this. What do I really like to do? Like, that's it. And so I feel like that prompt.
That was my writing moment. Because I was like, okay, well, maybe I could get me a job at the newspaper if this don't work out. Or let me figure out my other options just if this lawyer thing doesn't work out. So, yeah, that was like my little self-care. Because I was every night like, let me just write a blog post. Let me just relax. Let me just doodle something down to keep myself sane.
Now, back then, what were your blogs about?
Drama, man drama, kind of like...
the book.
Well, no. See, I'll say that back then, I was still in my bout it phase a little bit. So, like, I didn't know how to emotionally communicate what I was feeling without just explicit cuss words or like F that girl or like just being like straight up like just blunt.
2008 who was popular? Was Trina still popular?
2008 she was definitely popular.
It was during that time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was definitely during that time.
This was before all the self-care people started.
It was no self-care.
There was no self-care.
There was no Jhené Aiko during that time.
That's what it is. Okay, so during the Trina moments, this is when...
I think Laffy Taffy was like the song that was popping in.
It was.
So there was no
DJ Unk Two-Step. What's it called? Smack That. Yeah.
It was during
Hood Nigga was definitely on the radio.
It was during... Oh, my God. That was my favorite
Gorilla
song.
Yeah,
all the hoes
we went.
I sung that song like every day and
we didn't know
bothered
it.
him because we went to Atlanta.
That's what it was.
We went to Atlanta and we was like, oh, we didn't been on the radio. Like we coming back, we got all this fire new music for y'all Houston people. Like you couldn't tell us.
It was
nothing.
a group of them. So I'd be like writing my stuff and they come up. Hood. I was like, what? What is
just
that?
rapping.
What are you
he was like,
doing?
I don't know this song.
I said, what is this from?
It's in Atlanta.
It hadn't come on the radio yet.
Really?
So
yeah.
And that's how you were?
We learned this song in Atlanta.
So you are already bougie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
With learning.
Had you been to Atlanta.
A terrible song.
Yeah. When we
Sorry,
were there,
Gorillas, though.
You would have known.
A terrible song.
You would have heard this.
Hood nigga.
I'm going to buy you a drink. Had you been on that trip to Atlanta.
And again, I said.
That song was out too.
Yeah.
I still like TSU. It was a great experience. Great. I'm like, it's a good experience to have, like going to law school. And like I said, we were studying law and everything, but
we was living
little
whole
stuff like
lives,
that where it'd be like, yeah.
Of course you was living life. So even getting back to that, so you was living your life.
Living my best life.
A lot of these stories seems like at that time you was living. I'm sorry.
Now this is
these come from that?
Yeah. So I'll say that the book, it probably stemmed like the majority of it was like 2 years ago up into the present.
Okay.
So instead of like cussing the motherfucker out, I would just like write. So I started out kind of like writing letters to people, but never sending it to them. And then I noticed
that's good.
Yeah, I noticed that the letters
good.
were like rhymes. Because I'm weird. I think in rhymes a lot of time. Like, I would have been, like, killed it with Dr. Seuss and them. Because I, like, literally when I think.
Or Dr. Dre.
Facts. Very factual. But I think in rhyme, which I don't even know where that comes from. I feel like I did that even when I was little. Like, always making up songs or always making up rhyming words or, like, little catchphrases or things that rhyme. Like, that's just me. Weird, whatever. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I started out doing that, and it was, like, relationship, like, I'm weird. So at one point in time, I met somebody, and it was like a 2-week whirlwind relationship. And I'll be like, Devon, I think I love him. And then they'll be like,
I forgot about that.
Devon's the realist.
Yeah, you don't know that man.
Yeah.
He don't loves you. You don't
person.
even know this man last name.
We grew up the same way. I'm the same way. I'm like, come on, man.
So I would get all these reality checks from him.
Yeah.
And then the day that the stuff explodes in my face, I would call him crying like, Devon, I don't know what happened. I told you that girl wasn't shit. And I'll be like, well.
Why do I sound like an old black
I know
man?
he really does.
He sound like Danny Glover.
Like, why do I sound like Danny Glover? That's not even how I talk.
That's not how he talks.
I told
but when he's preaching,
he talks like Trevor Noah without the accent.
I told you. I told you.
I literally be like, hey,
he's just,
y'all shouldn't do that. That's
don't you lose that, girl.
Wow, so he's a slave now?
He gonna breaks your heart, girl.
Wow.
Literally, that's how he comes with the information. And then you're like,
literally say random stuff like they be
you know he lying to your girl.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, hey, I don't believe it, but do what you do. And
be happy.
Let's see what happens.
I said, let's see what happens.
My friend would do that. She would call me and she'd be like, such and such about this guy. I go, does he have abs? She goes, yes. What's that have to do with it? I was like, you'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
Don't worry about
You'll
it.
See that happen.
Yeah.
Soon.
When I say like, hey, y'all shouldn't go to that party. They're like, we going to this party.
We going anyway.
I say, y'all probably shouldn't go. It's just going to be some mess.
Ain't nothing good comes from that. I don't know if y'all needs to go to that party. Okay. And it'll be like 3 in the morning.
The show that you're writing in your head.
It's perfect.
Devon's character is going to be amazing.
When the movie drops,
yes.
when the screenwriting drops off,
it should be.
The characters are going to be bomb.
You should get Danny Glover to play it. But then he plays him at Devon's age at the time.
Yes.
So he's 22
with a full beard.
Yeah, but it's all Danny Glover dressed as a 22-year-old.
Literally,
I do got a full beard with gray hair. So
literally at 22.
Yeah,
it'll work.
Yeah,
it's cute.
So let's get back to you. You're writing letters.
Yeah, so I'm writing letters to these people.
Are these letters are you starting to see okay, I got more letters going to this person, or more letters going to that person, or is it just an overall I'm just writing letters anytime I'm feeling some kind of emotion?
It was kind of like a progressive. So with this particular relationship that kind of sparked it, when I tell you this is a whole 2-week whirlwind that was okay, I met you Tuesday, Wednesday we here, Thursday we planning to go to Belize together, Friday.
You're not crazy.
I'm about to meet your
That's
mama
literally
and daddy.
every woman I've ever met of all time ever. Just
okay, and then by next Wednesday, oh no, you didn't call me back.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? I thought we were going to your grandma's house.
And you
described
last that intricately. In the book.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You really do.
It took me on some psychic type stuff. Okay, I really could feel the exact moment. Oh, this nigga done fucked up. I felt it. I'll just feel a sharp pain. Oh Lord, let me get the writing so I can go to sleep tonight. It literally was on some wavelengths like that.
And so, you're writing this book But you're not starting this out as I'm writing a book.
No, it was never that. It's just me writing something so I'm not sitting up crying or talking crazy or slashing no tires or doing nothing foolish. Which
we don't do.
We don't do that.
As an officer of the Corps, we don't slash tires.
Have never slashed a tire.
There we go.
Ever.
Okay.
Thought about it, but never would do such.
There you go.
Because I'm a lady.
That's cute.
Anyways, so it was just okay, once that ended, I had probably written 4 or 5 letters to this person because, of course, 2 weeks, you don't say nothing to me. And then he calls me hey, girl, what's up? You want to go get drinks? And I'm what happened?
Dang, speaking as a former fuckboy, that's the move.
Wait.
Literally.
That's the move.
Did you go get the drink?
You know I did. You know I did.
And speaking as a former fuckboy, that's why we do the shit.
Yeah.
People
results.
Why do y'all do it?
Literally results.
Results.
It works.
Yeah,
results.
so it worked.
Okay.
And then, of course, 2 days later, it was oh, so we're not answering the phone again. All right, cool. Let me get back to writing. Whatever. So then after that, I was like, I'm not even going to deal with this person no more. And then the next relationship came, and it was okay, whatever situationships that I was in, it just seemed like nothing was falling into place. So everybody was just getting added on letters and notes and just rhymes, or I have a dream or whatever. It just progressively kept going. So I'll say towards the end of the book, I was dating somebody which I perceived to be a serious relationship. Oh, this is the end of the road. Me and this dude are going to be together forever. We about to move in together. We in love. This right here is it. I'm good. I ain't got to write nary letter to nobody else ever again. This about to be 2019, about to be married, kids, whatever. So he comes home from work one day and is hey, come outside. And I'm okay. In my mind, I was oh, Lord, don't let this boy propose to me in no parking garage. So I'm all right, let me turn the oven off because I'm cooking. Let me go see what he wants. Let me get my game face on just in case he gonna pull a ring out. I'm surely he's not gonna do it in the parking garage. So I'm looking around all right, maybe the homies are here. I don't know. So I walk outside and he's sit down. And I'm okay, don't you need to get on a knee? In my brain, what? So he's like, we need to talk. And I was like,
oh, God.
Okay. And I'm like, we just got back in town. Like, what we need to talk about? Like, what's going on? I'm like, waiting for the ring to come out. Like, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to marry you, so we should break up.
Damn.
That's...
Yeah.
So,
why?
I think he said that he didn't feel passionate about the relationship or something that night. But then 2 weeks later, he was with, like, his homegirl from the gym, and now they're, like,
all I'm saying is
whirlwind relationship.
He kept it... He said... You might not have liked the information.
Yeah.
But he gave it to you.